Protesters gather in Denver as part of a national movement in which people are fighting to keep birth control coverage in insurance plans. The demonstrators are fighting the executive order that allows employers to remove the coverage. I'm Britt Marino. Thanks for joining us. That exemption is granted on religious or moral objections. Our Tori Mason is covering Colorado first for us. She's at that rally near Denver's federal court. Tori, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Britt. And almost a dozen of those women who attended today's protest came dressed like handmaids. They wore red capes and white bonnets to symbolize what they say is a misogynistic move made by the Trump administration. Under the Affordable Care Act, birth control coverage is mandated by all employers, with the exception of churches and houses of worship. President Trump's executive order allows almost any employer to opt out of coverage by citing religious or moral objections. More than 55 million women have access to birth control without a copayment under Obamacare. Now, all 55 million are at risk of losing coverage. People protesting Trump's order across the country say the government, let alone men in government, shouldn't have a final say over women's bodies. An OBGYN attending today's protest says birth control is used for a variety of reasons other than pregnancy prevention. She says it reduces the pain of endometriosis and polycystic ovarian syndrome. It clears acne and even lowers some risk of cancer.
It's very frustrating. I work very hard for my medical training. I spend a lot of time sitting one-on-one with patients and counseling them so that we can make the best decision for them. I would love for politicians to stay out of my exam room so that my patients and myself, we can make the best decisions for them.
Now, Senator Don Karam, the self-proclaimed redneck Republican who fought for a House bill that increases access to contraceptive access for women in rural areas. He spoke at today's protest. He wanted to show that this isn't a matter of Democrat or Republican, but one of basic health care and women's rights. Reporting live in Denver, Tori Mason, covering Colorado First.
Thank you for explaining all that, Tori. The Senate is taking a closer